Hi, it's Horace Jr. here. I'm with Horace Sr., aka my father. We're going to talk a little bit about some real estate. How do you interact when you come back to the city?
I mean, it's just like coming home. I spent a great amount of time here as a player from the Bulls. Helped win the first Street championships in the early 90s. The fans, the people have always welcomed me with open arms in terms of being that family type of atmosphere. So it's been great.
Where was your favorite place to play? LA, Seattle, Orlando, Chicago?
Nothing is like that first one.
Of course.
You know, that first kiss or that first house you buy. I think, no disrespect to my time in the other cities, but Chicago is my favorite.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mike, Scotty, 3 championships, you can't beat that.
Absolutely.
So when you get drafted, how do you decide where to live? Did the Bulls help you with an agent, or did you find an agent on yourself, like a real estate agent?
When I got drafted in 1987, being new to a city, you had to get help to find a place to live. So the Bulls had a real estate agent contact me and see where I would like to live. So it was the Bulls' help.
Well, you didn't get traded to the Magic. When you left for the Magic, how did that work out with your housing? Did they help you out there as well, the same way?
Kind of the same way. The organization will guide you in terms of where the other players live, what you want in the community. I had a lot of help within that organization.
Were there a lot of other players around you where you lived in Chicago, like in Northbrook?
Yes, when I was here in Chicago, Michael lived in Highland Park, Scotty lived in Northbrook, Deerfield area. I lived there.
I think Tony lived in HP, Highland Park also.
Highland Park. So it was around the suburban area.
Yeah, the North Shore, okay. What's your favorite thing to do when you come back to the city, like your hangout spots?
I like to eat. I like to converse with people, friends and family, some nice cold ones.
Seeing the grandson.
Beverage, yes. Just walk around and, kind of get used to the place again.
So where was the first place you lived when you came here? And why did you choose that place?
The first place I lived, I had a nice little condo in Northbrook.
In Mission Hills. They're still going strong out there.
Oh, I like it. So that place itself, it was like a little gated community. And plus, if you remember, we practiced at a place called the Multiplex right there. So it was convenient, just a 5-minute drive from the practice facility.
You can't beat that. All right, so you brought up the Multiplex. Would you rather the Multiplex where you had the camaraderie of the fans and people working out next to you guys, or the Berto Center where it's completely private?
No disrespect to the fans, but man, I would have it private, but the Berto Center is my answer, but I would still have like the fans that have access, but yes.
Okay, what do you miss most about the city?
Just the people, their friendliness, the fans, and the food, man. It's the diversity here is so cool in terms of the people and the restaurants. I love it, man.
So after a big win against Detroit, where do you and Scotty go to eat after the game?
Way back in the day, Scotty and I, after we as a team kicked some ass out on the court, we would probably go to a place where we can get free food, anywhere free. Because back in the day when you're a Bulls player, you walk into a restaurant after winning a championship, everything is on the house. If I had to pick one place, it would probably be the Laurie's Steakhouse. Yeah.
Rest in peace to that place.
Yes, I know,
oh,
man.
My God. If you lived in the city, where would you live? What neighborhood? Like the River North, this area, Gold Coast, Old Town, Lincoln Park, family area?
If I was quote unquote a civilian and not playing basketball,
yes,
I would probably live the Gold Coast because I like talking to people. I like going to like little dive bars, eating good food, of course, but I would say the Gold Coast.
I'm more Lincoln Park family area myself. How would you advise a current NBA player approaching housing and finances right now?
My advice would be find the right real estate person, whoever that might be. Let the real estate person, the realtor, know what's your likes, what's your dislikes, where you want to be, what you want to be in terms of the restaurants and things of that nature. So the realtor is a very important piece of getting to know a city.
So you know how the Advocate Center is right next to the UC now?
Right.
Would you rather have had that set up where you didn't have to drive to a practice and then drive to the city to the games, or would you like it the way it is now?
Advocate Center is right next to the United
and the Multiplex
Center.
was all the way in Northbrook, so you'd have to travel down to games. Would that made a difference for you to live in the city then instead of the suburbs?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would, no. With that traffic, no. I would definitely live downtown if I had to set up now that
right next door to each other.
Right next door to each other. Absolutely.
So Chicago Stadium or the UC? Which one was rocking more?
Man, you better give me that old Chicago Stadium. Even with the rodents under the stairs, you give me that old Chicago Stadium. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason is when you came to Chicago Stadium, the fans was right there, literally on the floor. It was so loud and rusted. It was just like an old barn, if you will. It was great for the fans. It was great for the team.
Oh, that's great. All right, well, that's all we have for today. Thank you for catching up with me. Hope you guys tune in next time.